Hey, I'm Scott Snyder at San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm taking some questions for the Twitterverse. But before I do, I just wanted to say how excited I am for what we have coming up in Batman with this Joker story. It starts at issue 13, Halloween. Joker's back. He's been away for a full year, and he's just going to wreak havoc on the Bat family, on Gotham. It's not going to be for the faint of heart, so I can't wait for you guys to see it. Well, we got issue 0 coming up as well. I couldn't be more excited about it. Greg Capullo is just knocking it out of the park, and I shouldn't say, but you're going to see a whole different Gotham. I'm really excited about it. It's going to take place in the spaces between the things you've seen about Batman's early years in year 1 and other things like that. So this really is going to be a very, very different Gotham, a different Bruce, and I think you'll like the surprises. We're really proud of him. As part of DC's Con Away from Con, I'm taking some questions for the Twitterverse. Thanks so much for sending them in. Everyone, I'm sorry you couldn't be here. The first one is from the Proto Alex, and it says, how would you compare writing Batman to Swamp Thing? That's a tough one, but I would say that I guess you got to write every character the same, where you try and take what you love about them the most and just sort of turn that into a weakness for them. Like for Batman, it really is about his confidence in Gotham with this Court of Owls story, and it's about trying to convince him that that's sort of his greatest weakness instead of his greatest strength. And for Swamp Thing, the thing I've always loved the most is how human he is. And so you take that, his longing to be human, and turn that into the thing that's kind of holding him back from becoming the greatest Swamp Thing of all time. So they're very different, but I guess my approach to writing them is somewhat similar with every character. The second question is from SpankyLulu94, and is it intimidating taking on such a big character like Batman? The answer is yes. It is very intimidating. There are a lot of sleepless nights, as my wife will tell you. I was like, maybe I should just call in sick all year long, because it's paralyzingly intimidating, because he's a character that's meant everything to me and to my little son, who's 5, who dresses as Batman, you know, and plays Batman Legos. But the only way to do it is to just pretend you're doing fan fiction and you're writing the best story you can for yourself, the one that you'd love to pick up on the shelves, and you don't worry about what other people are going to think. Otherwise, you'll freeze up, you know. So that's the best way I can describe how I go about it. The next one's from Lonely Wrangler, and it says, how do you get in the head of Batman in order to write him? I mean, for me, it's really about making him a character that you feel like you created, while honoring all the stuff that came before. So it's almost like I write him the same way I write Pearl or Skinner from American Vampire, where I try and take all the things I love about him and assume that those things are just sort of going to be there as the foundation, but then really do it in a voice that's mine. Otherwise, if you don't write him like he's your character, it's going to sound like Frank Miller or, you know, Denny O'Neil or someone else. So I guess that's the best advice I could give. The next is from the Pepin. And it says, Joker uses a lot of puns. Were you scared of writing any in fear of writing a bad joke? Well, yeah, I mean, my Joker doesn't really use puns, but I love the wordplay that comes with writing the Joker, where everything he says in this event we're doing that starts at 13 really is sort of, it's cut straight to the heart of whoever he's talking to, where it's almost like he knows something about you that he shouldn't know. So it's like a joke he's telling you, or he's laughing about something, but he's actually striking at your biggest weakness. So he's such a dangerous and fun and crazy character. I love writing him. He's one of my favorite things to write in the world. So, and thanks so much for asking him. Sorry you couldn't be here, and thanks for reading. Keep checking back at dccomics.com for more Con Away from Con coverage.